over 200 games at the Hawthorns. How do you look back at his time at the club and sort of his key attributes, and what sort of type of player are Town fans going to see him in a Town shirt?
Yeah, well, I've got to say, he's my daughter's favourite player, my 10-year-old daughter. I'm not quite sure why she kind of warmed to him straight away. She's going to be gutted today because her other favourite player is Tom Fellows. So I don't know how I'm going to break it to her. So Darnell Furlong's attributes, he worked very well actually down that right-hand side with Tom Fellows. He is an attacking fullback and really does like to get forward, and his distribution isn't always brilliant. I think that's the thing perhaps that stopped him becoming a Premier League player, but he can get forward, he can put a cross in, he links up, as I say, on the right-hand side with Tom Fellows. So if Ipswich have got a player who's threatening wide on the right, I could see Furlong linking up very well with that player and always giving them an option, playing off the right-sided winger. And his other attributes, he's got a fantastic throw, really big throw, and that has contributed to goals, including this season for Albion. I mean, it's a pretty straightforward and crude tactic, if you like. Remember years ago, was it Rory Delap at Stoke City? But the reality is that is a real weapon, and it causes problems. Effectively, it means that if the opposition concede a throw-in, I don't know, 25 yards from the corner flag, midway inside their own half, you get the benefit of a corner, but in the middle of the pitch. So it's a great weapon to have, and his throws really can be very dangerous. He's also got a great jump on him. He's got a fantastic leap. I mean, he's not the tallest player, but he has got great spring, and I think therefore he can be useful at set pieces going forward. So I think he's got a lot of attributes actually. He's been a very durable player as well. Very rarely misses a game through injury. And I hope I'm not jinxing him when I say that. But, you look at the demands that the Championship in particular places on players, the intensity of the games, the frequency of games. Very rarely has he been injured. So, again, I think that's a real asset, his durability. His weaknesses are, I think sometimes his distribution is a little bit lacking. I think sometimes he can be caught out positionally. And interesting, I've noticed this season, I mentioned it on the West Brom pod, The Liquidator, that I wasn't sure if his pace is starting to go a little bit. I don't want to worry Ipswich Town fans too much, but a couple of times he's committed fouls where it seems to me he hasn't fancied the foot battle against an opponent, and he's ended up clattering them rather than be skinned in a chase. So that would be a question mark that I never used to have over him, but which has started to emerge this season. But overall, I would say, on the whole, a very dependable right back for the Championship.